people. It's Patrick. The people. Patrick and the people. Rock stars, blue collar heroes. Emotional support horses. Patrick and the people. Rock stars, blue collar heroes, emotional support horses. Patrick and the people. Walk and the people. Rock stars, blue collar heroes. Emotional support horses. Patrick and the people. Patrick and the people. Rock stars. Blue collar heroes. Emotional support horses. Patrick and the people.
Know when you see them, cause they're so real. Already know exactly how you feel. See the head, not like seeing a steeple. You damn well know they're one of the people. Nobody breaks us, cause nobody made us. And no one can take this, cause we got their fix. We are the people, we are the people, we are the people. Don't mess with this.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, it's Wednesday, midweek. We are back. It is PATP, Patrick and the people. What is up? I see the bots have gotten up early this morning.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, man, we're only 3 minutes in, and
Get
it's
some
not
sleep, bot.
Stream Boo. Yeah.
Come on now.
And somebody forgot to turn off the AI.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What's up, buddy? How are you, man?
Man, I don't.
You getting the boomerang jet lag?
Yeah, dude, I don't know what. Yesterday it hit. I was chilling at the house and working, doing regular work, and was just sitting there in my chair and had finished up with a project and did the whole, all right, just kind of relax for a minute. And next thing I knew, an hour went by, man.
Oh, yeah. That's good sleep, though, right?
Dude,
there.
that was a good hour.
Yeah, you wake up and you're like, oh, shit. But then you think back about 30 seconds later, you're like, that was some good sleep.
Dude, I tried to go back to it. I was like, why did I wake up from that, man?
Yeah, well, yeah. Couldn't I stay another two? That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know why, man. Just this time around, like I thought, Sunday, relaxing and just settling back into the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, all of a sudden yesterday and today was the day. It was like, nope, here's your lag from that. Yes.
Good morning, Mike, and we're thankful for you, buddy. Good morning to Degenerate. Good morning to T-Mac. What is up? What is up? What is up?
I don't know what's going on with the monitor.
Okay.
No, it's back now.
I'll go over there here in a second and adjust it.
Right. What's up, Degenerate? Did you get to see the Northern Lights at all?
I did not. I didn't even know about it. How did I not know this?
I don't know, man. It was all over Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that may be why I wasn't on Facebook. I was actually yesterday was a pretty steady work day because I was so the way it kind of works with me in real estate is I'll get 6, 8, 10 clients under contract.
Yeah.
And then I'll have to kind of manage all of them in that process. And so that'll take me out for a couple weeks, 3 weeks, of working through all their stuff.
Right.
And then I got to start filling again, the pipeline. And so that's what yesterday was all about, making calls, reaching out to people, touching base, following up with people, things like that. So had to do with a lot of that. By the way, speaking of that, and I wasn't going to jump, oh, wow.
That was from Tactical Turkeys.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, man.
That's actually pretty damn cool. Okay. All right. I wasn't going to get to this yet, but as we just brought up real estate.
What up, Umbrario?
This is big. This is as big or bigger, actually, in my mind, than the 50-year mortgage.
Okay.
Although I did think more about that yesterday after I left.
Yeah.
And, everybody will do it.
Yeah.
Everybody will do it. Yeah. Why wouldn't you? I mean, you're going to cut your payment down 40%, almost a half, doing that. And so, yeah, I think.
So you think it's a good thing?
I don't know whether it's a good thing. I'm just saying I think everybody's going to do it.
Okay.
If it comes to pass.
Yeah.
You know, I think a lot of people will do it.
Would take advantage of it.
But this is a legit right now thing. That's a vision of what could happen.
Okay.
It was just a proposal. It's not even gone through any process of anything.
Right, it hasn't even been drawn up
This
yet.
is done.
Okay.
Fannie Mae has announced it will eliminate the 620 minimum credit score requirement for loans processed through its desktop underwriter system effective November 16th.
Wow.
Yeah. The change detailed the latest version, an update to the mortgage companies. The director of federal housing noted on Friday that this would be a big deal for consumers. He said our underwriting standards are the same as a process matter to ensure two scores can be used and not just one. We eliminated requirement for FICO, in other words, the 620. Instead of relying on a hard credit score,
Okay.
underwriters will now evaluate a broader set of risk factors: credit history, income, debt levels, property characteristics, loan purpose. It reflects a wider range of things instead of just more number based.
Okay.
And so that's really big. That's going to open the door to a lot of credit scores that might not have qualified before.
Right.
Like maybe you have a 580, but you've got a really good, even though it's not a great score, all of your other things are really good. Your debt to income ratio, you got a good job history, you got these things. That was part of it before, but that score was so heavy.
Right.
So this is a big thing.
They need to start just accepting accepting rental payments as credit history, man.
I agree with that as well. Sometimes you can get that reported. It just depends, but there are ways to get that added on.
Really?
There. Yes. Yeah, you can add lots of different things to your credit, whether you know it or not. And that's one of them.
Apparently we need to talk then. Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, you can get that. You can get some of those things added, and they
That
do
could change up my whole profile.
It could help you. It could definitely help you, without a doubt. All right. What else going on, man?
Man, let's see. We got I guess it's the Bald Guys podcast tonight, Wednesday.
Yeah.
On over on Facebook and YouTube on Ontario's page.
Yes. Yeah. That's great. That'll be a lot of fun. I'll be checking that out for sure. Mike said people can buy a home and pay for it over their entire lifetime cheaper than rent. It might be the answer to affordable housing. Might be, Mike.
I mean, I can see that.
I mean, look, if you're going to pay rent and never own it, I'd rather pay for a house that I own.
Eventually, somebody.
Even if I'm creating. Even if I'm creating what they call generational wealth, right?
Right.
Even if I can, as I was saying yesterday, if I've got a 50-year mortgage, I'm going to want insurance on it. It says, hey, if you die, this is paid for.
Right.
But that sets up the next generation, right?
Right.
Or a lot of people now, and I'm seeing it more and more and more, where that families are getting homes together, and I mean adult children and parents.
Right.
Are getting homes together, and so, it might enable, them to do over the long term.
Right.
Everybody chip in.
Yeah, absolutely.
And do it that way. Might be that, you can pay a little more on the good months.
Well, that's, yeah.
So there are lots of positives in it. The obvious negative is 50 years is a long ass time, as we talked about yesterday. But
I've even thought about doing that with my own mom and brother up in Michigan, especially as my mom ages. I was like, look, why don't we all just buy a house down here together?
More and more people are doing that, and I think you're going to see a trend of homes being built with
families and
2 primary suites or 3 primary suites.
Yeah.
That are larger and they're separate.
Right.
So that families can do that.
Right.
Because I love my kids doesn't mean I want them in the room next to me.
Absolutely.
I still need a little space, right? So I think maybe they'll start looking at these builders are starting to look at, how do we build for the future?
I mean, well, and that's what I was saying. Like when I had the idea, it made sense. Like, okay, we get a house. Obviously, you get to live out the rest of your years in a nicer house.
Right.
You
And I can help you if you get older.
Right. I'll be there to help you. Then when when that time does come, then the house becomes mine. Then when that time comes for me, it gets passed down to, Jax,
And
my
Mom,
kiddo.
just so you know, when that time comes is when you shit your pants. Okay? So don't do that. I think it could be, if it does happen. And it's still a big if. It's just a want.
Right.
It's just something that somebody threw out there. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, it might have been Trump that threw it out there. I don't know.
The 50-year mortgage?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was.
But
I mean.
But I don't think, again, the longer I thought about it, the more it kind of made sense to me. Because, again, it's going to lower the payment, but I'd much rather be paying for something that's mine.
Right.
And so it would create an affordability thing. Now, it's just that long term.
Right.
How you make sure to cement in what happens after you die.
Right.
If it's not paid for. That's going to be the
That's
critical
where you're going to
component.
have to have
You're going to have to have something there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Degenerate said, we've got the father-in-law downstairs. He has his own room, living room, and kitchen. Helps everyone, and we all have our own space.
We see that sometimes, too. Used to be that was always separate. It was called a mother-in-law quarters.
Right.
But I think that's, again, something you're going to see in some of these newer places. They may have basically two homes in one home. They may do some of that.
Right.
I could easily see that, All right, let's get into some news that probably you can't use, but you'll like hearing. How about that?
All right.
Imagine driving away in a luxury SUV only to find that the brakes hardly work. Not the end of the world. I mean, right, brake pads wear off. You can replace them. But what if you find the car doesn't even come with licensed brake pads?
Wait, what?
That's what happened to a German motorist who discovered the Mercedes GLE he bought at an auction was equipped with simple blocks of wood instead of brake pads.
Wow.
They just put wood blocks in it, man. Are you kidding me? The man said he told police in Ludwigsburg that he realized something was wrong when his used Mercedes, when the brake pads weren't really slowing. He said it barely slowed down now, no matter how hard he slammed it. So he called a tow truck and took it to the repair shop. Look, they really did just put wood on there, man.
You said he got that from an auction, though, right?
Yeah, he bought it from an
Look,
auction.
was it a police auction of some sort?
I don't know what it was.
I'm thinking that sounds like a hit that was put out on somebody, man.
It seems like it.
Yeah.
Seems like they were just hoping it would get through. But, when you buy at an auction, it's on you.
Yeah.
It's on you to figure out what's going on because there are lots of tricks to make cars run good enough to sell at an auction.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the tricks that I used to see.
Sawdust.
In the transmission?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, sawdust in the transmission. Liquid glass, which would temporarily fix like a head crack.
Yep.
They would use that. There were just a ton of different little tricks people would use. And
JB Weld.
Yeah. You had to be super careful, man, with what and know what you were looking at. Most of the time when I was wholesale buying, I was very fortunate. I didn't lose anything. Matter of fact, I don't know if I ever lost on it, but there were a couple times it was close.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was close. But most of the time, if you look it over right, you can get a good deal.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. Anyway.
I got taken by one here in Little Rock not too long ago.
An auction?
Not an auction, but it was a small mom and pop dealership.
Yeah.
What was it like? Auto Mall LLC of Little Rock is what it was called. I have no problem calling out their name.
Okay.
Yeah. They. Anyways, I bought a.
Where is that located?
Oh gosh.
Is it in North Little Rock?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Is it right over in Levy?
Maybe. I'd have to look it up again. But
okay.
Yeah.
I think I know. They're right. I mean, they're literally. It's almost like a parking lot right by the road, and they got a whole bunch of cars just kind of.
Yeah. This says they're over on East 12th Street, but yeah.
That's not the same one I knew of. Okay, that's fine.
That's what
anyway,
it was like.
Go ahead.
Anyways, yeah. I had bought a vehicle from them and test drove it, drove fine. Everything was great.
Yeah.
Next weekend was driving it, actually on my way to a show. Transmission dropped.
Oh, yeah.
Just completely, and I was like, son of a. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. It sucks that it does. All right, here's another one. People underestimate just how much most guys hate being dragged around the mall by their wife or girlfriend. Some people do almost anything to avoid it, as evidenced by this piece of news out of Russia. Last month, police in Krasnoyarsk reported the bizarre case of a man who allegedly damaged his own car to fake a carjacking just so he didn't have to go shopping with his wife.
Dang.
How bad of a shopping trip is it?
For real, man.
It's like, she's long term. You spend a lot of money. What's going on here, man? Just say no, bro.
How bad does it scar you? You gotta.
Yeah. The police said a woman called the emergency number to report her husband's Corolla had been stolen from the parking lot near their home. She later called back to report they had found the car. When police arrived to inspect the vehicle, they found signs of forced entry and a damaged ignition switch. But after interrogating the husband, they began to suspect something in the story didn't make sense. And he had no criminal history or anything, but he was like, look, I didn't want to go shopping with her, man.
Can't you just
Okay,
say something?
just help me out here, bro, please. Can you imagine that?
I wouldn't even want to drive the Corolla.
Yeah, right? That's the saddest part of the story, too, is he's in a Corolla. All right.
That's probably what it really was. He's like, I just don't want to go.
Yeah. No, I don't want to be seen in
that
this.
thing.
Yeah.
Give me a Mercedes with some wood for brakes.
So I know that a lot of you love to go online and you fall in love with the celebrities, the internet celebrities out there, and you see people just giving money away left and right to people. Not me, by the way.
Yeah, no.
Not Rich.
No.
But these people, they get money left and right. But maybe you have to be a little bit careful about who you give money to. Because maybe they're not honest. A British influencer coming clean about a big lie she told. Her name is Brittany Miller. She's apologized for a new TikTok video falsely claiming she had cancer. That's right. She has 3.5 million followers, regularly posts about her twins. Said she was deeply sorry for the deception and blamed being in a dark place mentally at the time. I did it to keep the people close to me, the people in my life close to me. I don't condone it. I understand why I did it. I've learned from my mistakes. She first told the lie back in 2017 to a friend. One stupid sentence, she said, quote, I deeply regret whatever. She denied any intent to scam, saying that when she became aware that a fundraising page had been set up, she immediately shut it down. I didn't take a penny from it. Well, why are you out here? I mean, that's a sorry-ass thing to do, man. Get people to believe you're sick like that. I mean, but you see more of that than you think out there because you don't have to prove it.
Right.
You know, you just need pictures. I just watched, I don't remember the name of this doc. Oh, yeah. Don't Date Brandon. That's the name of it. Don't Date Brandon. I think it's on Netflix.
Is that why he's not here today?
I can't remember if it's Netflix or not, but it's a docuseries. It's, I think, 3 episodes. And this guy, man, what a piece of work this piece of shit was, man. But he had multiple women he was cheating with, but the lies and the length he went to for them.
Oh, yeah.
Proving he was sending pictures from work that weren't pictures from work. So all these different things he would use. He had created, all right, so he had an ex-wife and a kid with this ex-wife, right? He's got a new wife. So he sets up this bogus account and creates this back and forth. It's an app for co-parenting.
Okay.
And he was both of them. But his new wife thought that the ex-wife was a bitch because he was going, look at what she's saying, look at what she's doing, all the trouble she's causing me. But it was really him on both sides of the conversation.
What?
And this went on for like 4 or 5 years, man.
What?
Told her he worked at Nike. He didn't work at Nike. He embezzled like the dude had embezzled almost $400,000 and still wasn't in jail.
Oh, my God.
I mean, he was waiting to go to trial or whatever, or this and that. But it's like he was steadily just screwing people's lives up. But the length, the elaborate means of lies was crazy.
That is, man.
It is wild.
Jeez.
You know, the length people will go to, you know, create a perception or a belief.
Yeah.
It's wild. Let's see. This could be, here's the Northern Light thing.
Well, see?
It's a solar storm.
Oh?
Yeah, space weather forecasters, because We have space weather forecasters, people. We have space weather forecasters.
What channel do they come on?
I don't know. Space, I don't know.
NASA, the NASA channel? Yeah.
T-Mac said, I found an ex-coworker at my old job was lying about having cancer. She went all out, too, on oxygen and shaved her head and all that. Yeah, that's insanity. That's a person who probably deserves to get what's called an ass whooping.
Right.
Kids, for those of you who don't know.
Who does that?
Yeah, well, a lot of people.
I mean, I get that, but it just...
And the Academy Award goes to Scrooge.
Yeah,
like, give it to her.
I don't understand how you can be that committed to something. Like, to just a lie, man. It just, I don't know, that doesn't...
People get caught up in the attention, the look at me thing.
I guess so.
It is. It's about the attention. Everybody wants to be special, bro. That's why victim badges are so big.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why everybody has a victim badge now.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it. How do people identify? You know, a lot of people put their victimhood front and center.
Right.
And honestly, I typically have a problem with that unless you're using it to help others overcome. Like if you
hey, I've been there,
yes,
you know.
You were sexually assaulted.
Right.
Right. And that's that's really the worst example. But either way, if you were sexually assaulted, you're going to use that maybe to help others who have gone through that know that there's that life gets better, right?
Right. Right.
So, you know, I get it. If you know, you had something in your life that happened that was traumatic and you're helping others get over it.
Right.
Using that
as a relatable experience. Yeah.
I think that's great. I think if all you do is go to your social media and post
cry
about that badge all the time, then you want attention is what you want.
Yeah.
And you need to own that.
Right.
You need to understand that if you're not looking for help for yourself or to help others, then there's a problem.
Well, and a lot of people now, especially Facebook has gotten insane lately. But there is so many people like using AI to create what's clickbait, you know?
Yes.
Rage bait, clickbait,
Yes.
whatever you want to call it. It's always some crazy long posted story
Yes.
that's completely made up.
Yes.
But hey, people click on it, they start reacting. Meanwhile, the person that did it is sitting back there just collecting the money.
There are still a large number of trolls operating who may not even believe any of the stuff they say, but they want to be divisive. They want to have that because just like the people who want attention, they want attention in a different way.
Right.
You know, it's all really comes down to the same thing. I want attention. I need you to look at me. I need you, whether it's to love me or to fear me.
Right.
I need you to do one.
Right.
And that's what people go for.
That is.
I mean, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, if
really?
you look at the posts online and
really,
tell me it's not.
Absolutely.
You know, space weather forecasters issued an alert Tuesday for incoming severe solar storms that could produce colorful northern lights, temporarily disrupt communications. In the past few days, the sun has put out several bursts of energy called coronal mass ejections. Hey, man. What's wrong with you, dog?
It sounded funny.
The potential severe geomagnetic storms could disrupt radio and GPS, according to forecasters, space forecasters. So that's pretty cool, though.
Right.
That he was getting pictures of that last night. Now, does that continue, or was it one and done? Do people have a chance to see the northern lights again tonight?
I doubt it, but I don't know. Maybe.
I'll ask a space weather forecaster.
Yeah.
You don't know shit.
Yeah, no. Sorry, man.
Yeah. Why don't you be a space weather forecaster and get back to me? All right.
No, I'm gonna be the first space football anchor or whatever.
That's the first. Yeah.
He goes back for a pass. He throws the ball, and it never comes back.
Right here on MSN, the Moon Sports Network. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. The Moon Sports Network, baby. MSN 2. Moon Volleyball. Do you know who Bob Ross is, right?
No.
And you've probably seen some of the phenomenal AI that's been done lately with him, where he's talking about your mom, he's talking about banging your mom, he's just all kinds of great stuff like that. That's really hilarious.
There have been some good ones coming out lately,
I saw him
man.
getting a fight with Mr. Rogers in one, which is great. Also, it's just like so many great ones.
Have you seen the ones where they've put like Mr. Rogers and the other characters in like the WWE videos, and they're slamming them with chairs? And I
had Mr. Rogers and Eazy-E in one. It was pretty funny. 3 paintings from the famously chill public television legend Bob Ross sold Tuesday for over $600,000 at auction. The paintings were the first of 30 works being sold to benefit public TV stations. At the live auction in L.A., a serene snow vista called Winter's Peace that he painted during a 1993 episode went for $318,000. He said, for a good cause, and you get the painting. I mean, that's a lot of money to spend for, he painted it in one episode.
Right.
I don't know what Bob Ross was making, but he'd be proud to know that one brought $318,000. Like, you mean I did that in 20 minutes?
I could
and
never.
I didn't even give a shit about it?
Right. I could never. No.
Another painting done during a 1993 episode, a green landscape called Home in the Valley, was $229,000, and Cliffside for $114,000.
Nope.
That's quite.
No, because I know I'm just going to throw all that money away. Because I am not going to be able to resist going up to it and being like, let's just add a bird here.
Right.
And then I'm
going to happy little tree right here.
And I'm going to just ruin the whole painting.
Yeah, I would. If I was going to buy that, I would have to have a digital screen next to it with a loop of the episode going. So you can see Bob Ross painting the picture on my fucking wall. Yeah, that's Bob Ross painting my picture, bitch, in 1993. What do you think about that? It'd probably be bigger than the picture.
Right.
The video would. I'd be like, yeah, no, that's my picture.
Would you have the little red button on the outside so you can push it and hear the episode,
Yeah, probably so.
Part where it was like, I'm painting this for Patrick.
Yeah, I'd probably have to have somebody impersonate a little.
Do a little voiceover or something.
A little tree for my friend Patrick right here. Look at that, would you? All right. I tell you what, let's take a break. We'll be back in just a minute. Yeah.
Oh God! Oh God! Are you listening, cuz? Oh, I got a story for you. Oh God! Oh God, this is how it was. I'm telling you it's all true. It's not a story that I wanted to tell. And I'm so sorry if I might seem unwell. The most beautiful devil, ooh, she looted my soul. Thought she was on level, now certain she's from below. Lord, can you tell me how to get back what's taken? Much sweat on my brow from all the brain raking. Got hoodwinked somehow with all that love making. My life on a plow, and I never had this much aching. If God is too busy to hear, got bigger fish to fry, is there an angel near? Maybe she can hear me cry. If not God nor angel either, maybe there's a holy being who won't appease her and can stop the bleeding. Lord, can you tell me how to get back what's taken? Much sweat on my brow from all the brain raking. Got hoodwinked somehow with all that love making. My and I never had this much aching. I'm telling you it's all true. I'm telling you it's all true. God, I hope you're not too busy to tell me what to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
We
sir.
are back. What is going on? Good morning from Midlothian, Virginia.
What's up?
Eric Bowmaster says, if you drive past Norfolk, wave. That's where I was born, Norfolk General. Good morning, Lindsay. How are you? It's good to have you in the house. What's up, Kristen? Good to see you around. How you doing? Let's see what we've got here. I got a couple things that I think are pretty damn interesting. This one is one of the best stories, one of the most interesting stories, because I think a lot of people think about this. Whether you've thought about it in depth or not is different. But a company today announced it's raised several $1 million in seed funding to accelerate the development of what's called individual AIs. These are digital counterparts that harness a person's memories, stories, expertise, and voice that mirror how you think, speak, and make decisions. Think Kal-El and what was
I heard something
Jor-El.
similar. Like you're, yeah. Go on.
Okay.
Because there was something similar I heard like last week or something.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The round was led. It doesn't matter who led the funding. You don't care about that. But AI technology, bringing this to consumers, creators, professionals to scale their presence, grow audiences, but also for after you're gone. You know.
See, this is where I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking about like it's supposed to be a way that you can. I mean,
you can continue to, your loved ones can continue to interact with an AI version of you.
right.
That basically takes, the summation
It's you.
of all your comments, videos, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm sure that when you're alive, it asks you a series of questions and things like that and engages responses. And then it turns around and spits you back out for them to have indefinitely.
Right.
Which is pretty interesting to think about, that it could kind of fill in the blank based on certain things of what you might think or how you might respond to this today.
Right.
So that in 30 years, even though it's the future and you've never seen it, you could respond to your kid asking you, Dad, what do you think about this? Well,
Right.
I think it's a load of shit. You should join me in here. It's better. That's the wrong thing to say. It's the wrong thing to say. I promise you that. I do think that's fascinating, and I would love to have.
Would you want to live on forever, even though it's not you?
Oh, as AI?
Yeah.
If
I mean,
it's
would
not-
you want a copy of you
Yeah,
living on
that's
forever?
fine. Yes, that's fine. A digital version of me, sure. Yeah, if it's meaningful to.
Okay, so when you say digital, you're talking about just like on a computer.
Yeah, on a computer or a hologram or whatever.
Right.
I mean,
What if they
I guess
attached
could
it to
be
a
bot.
robot?
It could be.
Yeah.
That's
What if they
fine.
said, "Hey, load Patrick into
Yeah.
this robot"?
I think eventually that's going to happen anyway.
Right.
So yeah, I don't have a problem with that. If it comforts my kids, if it helps them,
Yeah.
why would I care? I wouldn't. If I'm a celebrity, it'd be awesome because I can still be a celebrity.
I mean, yeah. Let's
I could be an active celebrity. My AI celebrity after I die could continue to do all the things I did for the most part.
Let's apply it to today.
Yeah.
If it was out right now, would you say, "Hey, you know what? I'm stepping back. AI's filling in.
Why
PATP
not?
will continue
Why
on,
not?
and I'll just come
Why-
talk to
why
a
wouldn't
robot
I?
version of you."
Yeah, why couldn't I? I mean, it'd be possible. I don't think that's the best application because I don't think, I don't know. I shouldn't say that's not true. As a human being and an arrogant human being at that, I'd like to think my wit was better than the AI. But the fact of the matter is probably not. Probably not.
But it would be your wit just multiplied, I guess.
Yeah, I guess exponentially. But it's just a fascinating idea to think of being able to leave, because that's, I think for a lot of grown-ups, when you lose a parent, particularly the one that may be, advised you more.
Right.
You miss that. And it's like sometimes you feel like you don't have the compass that you want at times.
I get
it's
that.
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think it could be a positive. Now, if you were an asshole, nobody wants you to stay behind. Nobody's going to watch it anyway, unless it's to taunt you. To taunt you're a piece of shit, Dad. Hey.
I'm going to let your batteries die.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But and it is fascinating even more so to think about extrapolating that into an android humanoid form. Now that it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because, what would
Just think of all the basement
let's
dwellers,
see,
man.
what would you call Clone Paw? I'd be instead of Grandpa, I'm Clone Paw. My AI version of me. Go sit on Clone Paw's knee. Why don't Clone Paw get any older, Mama?
So what happens when eventually there's just a whole family of robots that are us?
Well, I don't know. And the computers are just talking to each other.
I mean, yeah. Like, there's Robot Patrick, Laura, Noah, and...
At some point, how would you know the difference?
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter anymore.
Just all the robots continue living on, like, yeah.
Why not? What do I care? I'm dead. What do I care?
I mean, I
I'm
get
dead,
that,
bro.
but...
It doesn't matter to me. I don't care what you do after I die, bro. I'm dead. You understand that? So, it'd be funny if somebody went through all the trouble to do the AI stuff and lied about everything and was just, completely a different person. It'd be funny. Yeah, I invented America. That's right.
Right.
All right, let's see what else. Because I think I had some another AI thing. Oh, yeah. Here you go. Again, when I tell you people don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't matter if it's AI, if it's good, right? If it's good.
Okay.
A country music song featuring a male singer whose voice was generated by AI reached the top of the U.S. charts for the first time this week.
Wow.
Walk My Walk by Breaking Rust, an artist with no identity, but widely reported by U.S. media to be AI, made it to the #1 spot on Billboard's chart of digital sales for country. AI-generated songs are creeping onto the music charts in various scenes. Country music is certainly no exception. On its social media and streaming platforms, Breaking Rust doesn't claim to have used AI to create their hit song, but the fact that the voice on the track is not associated with any singer's name and the group's illustration, photos, and clips were clearly created by AI has led people to label it that way. Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah.
Several AI identification software tools were indicated. Okay, well, yeah, then you know what it is. But still, it doesn't matter because it was a good song.
Right.
It's a good enough song. People don't give a shit.
Right.
Like, I like that.
I like it.
And I think musicians in some ways it's probably upsetting, because you're
practicing, you're trying.
Organic talent, right. And you're competing to be on these charts, presumably against other humans, right? So I can see where they'd be frustrated. However, I can also see where this opens the door to other creators to become successful in the music industry who, frankly, don't have the discernible music talent. I'm slowly raising my hand. You can't see me. It's not that I don't have any musical talent. It's just that I don't write.
Right.
I don't play an instrument.
Right.
Not more than trumpet. I understand how musicality works, but I know what I like.
You like the trumpet, huh?
I know what I like. Sure do, buddy. I blow hard on it. Anyway, I know what I like musically, and I know what I want to hear, and I know what I want to make. And so if you can do that and people dig it, this is inspiring to me.
Right. It absolutely, yeah.
I'm working on an album of AI music
right
now. AI and human.
Right.
I should say. It's AI and human both.
This could be you were talking about in a couple months,
That's what I'm saying. Well, I wouldn't go a couple months, but, it could be. It could. Why couldn't it be me?
Right.
Why couldn't it be?
Absolutely.
I think,
it does open it up.
I think the product that I'm putting out is unlike something that other people have.
Right.
Not saying it's more unique than anything in the world. I'm just saying I don't know that anyone's taken quite the approach I'm taking on this.
Right.
And I think it has some novelty to it, and I think it has a storyline to it that makes it a little different.
I think it's something that, no matter what position you're in, no matter whether it's creative, whether it's business minded, whether you're the owner of a Fortune 500 company or a trumpet playing podcast host,
right?
At the end of the day, you've got to start looking at AI and figuring out how to leverage it for you.
That's right. That's right.
Because there's nothing that it's not going to touch in some way.
No, it is. It is. You're exactly right with that. And look, I again, from a musician standpoint, I completely get it.
Right.
Where you might be like, man, AI.
Absolutely.
You might feel that way. But on the other hand, I see what I'm doing more akin to writing a book.
Yeah.
With an audio that goes with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's still it's still talent. It's still me manufacturing something.
Absolutely.
That no one else manufactured. So it is uniquely mine that I've made.
Right.
I just didn't pick up a guitar and write it.
Play it and
learn
it.
But I did use a lot of prompting.
Right.
The one that I use now, you can put 1,000 characters in the descriptors, and mine are very explicit with timelines, different changes, different things like that. Because, the first AI I used, it would just you could put 4 things in there,
right,
and it would spit out a song. And invariably, as I got to do it long enough, I was like, yeah, as much as I don't want that to sound the same, it sounds the same. Until I got to that other AI, and I was like, "Oh shit!
Right,
I can really do something with this."
Right, right.
And there's better than what I'm using by far out there. There's a lot of it.
So let me ask you this.
Yes.
Just because this is what I see. Obviously, number one is that with the release of these AI tools and things like this, like you said, it allows you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say. And again, absolutely, it does allow the opportunity for not only you, but for multiple people to use it in a different way.
Yes.
Do we ever see a complete flop where you have the artists, now that are out there that are creating the music themselves, playing the instruments, everything, where those guys are down on the bottom essentially, and the guys that are sitting behind a computer going, hey, I can create this a million times better are the artists that are on top making the big dollars, What happens? Basically, what happens then?
Well, what happened?
Because it's a complete shift of
what happened when
society.
What happened when books went from books to ebooks?
Yeah.
When's the last time you went and bought a physical book?
I can't even remember, man.
Your parents did.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's how
I remember going to the bookstore with my parents.
That's how they consumed it, right?
Yeah.
With the books. Used to go to the library as a kid a lot.
Right.
Used to check out books from the library a lot.
Right.
I don't have to now.
Yeah.
But did it change people's love of reading? I don't know. It's hard to say. It's different now.
I get what you're saying, but you're also talking about, it was just a different avenue. People that wrote books could then, rather than having to write the book, go just post it online somewhere. But it's still those people writing the books.
It is.
You're talking about a whole...
You're talking about a complete computerized career.
Right. You're talking about a machine coming in that's now able to copy you and do something better than you. How do you compete with that without turning around and just saying, you know what? What's the fucking point? Because you're right. I'm not going... It's always going to figure out a way to be better than me.
Maybe, maybe not. It's hard. That's a great question. And it's a hard question to answer because we don't know what we don't know. But I will say that, as good as AI can be right now, it's still pretty crude in a lot of ways. And it still doesn't understand a lot of different things that as of now, I don't see that happening. In the future, potentially.
I don't know, man. I think it's happening a lot quicker, though. Because, dude, it was just 4 months ago. Mm-hmm. I was sitting here saying, yeah, AI is coming out with videos, but there's obvious ways to tell, what's an AI video or not.
Harder.
Now it's 4 months later, and I'm looking at those same videos going, is it AI? Does it have the tag of AI on it? It's...
See, listen, little doggy. And that's a great point, doggy. And it is fucking great. I'm not going to lie. I love it. He said, all I know is the Motown versions of Alice in Chains and Metallica are badass, and I want more. Yeah, no. He said, why compete with it? Use it and do something else. And that's what I mean. We evolve. Things evolve. We can't see what we can't see. We don't know what the limitations of what people can create we've never seen before with AI are.
Right.
I mean, they're
Which again, you do have, that's a valid point.
Yeah.
And I am excited. That's also what I meant about the Switch, because it does give those people a chance to make it that haven't.
And it changes the power structure again, if you think about it. You know, because, God, I hate to say it. I'm going to say this, and I hate myself for saying it, okay?
All right.
Some people have talent privilege. Okay?
I get that, absolutely.
They're born with certain special talents that just they're rare.
Right.
Nobody has it.
Right.
You know? But if you have now all the same things they do as an AI,
right,
with AI, then now you're empowered to be a voice or to influence or to create. And so it will change that structure more. So, yes, I mean, it may less favor organic talent.
Yeah.
You know, depending. But the doors it's going to open up for new and different people to bring their visions to life where they've never been brought before. I'm starting to finally, you know, for a long time, movies in the 90s and the early 2000s looked pretty good on CGI.
Yeah.
They looked pretty good.
Right. For
the first time, I saw one of the early Jurassic Parks. I was watching a little clip from it, and I went, CGI's got,
yeah, I remember back in the day, you used to be able to clearly, you put in a movie from the 90s, you're like, wow, it was obvious.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's gotten so much. And listen, when that happened, when Jurassic Park came out, I mean, everybody in the world, it's still one of the most beloved franchises ever because of that. But if you look at it now versus then, night and day.
Yeah.
Night and day. You know, it's night and day. It's amazing what can be done with it. You know, it's just like Marvel movies. They wanted to do Marvel movies. They tried a couple times in the 80s.
Yeah.
They were horrible. They were the worst. You can't make Spider-Man really. I mean, it was so bad. It's just terrible. Even then. In the 70s, they made one, a Spider-Man. And even I, a kid, was like, this is shit. This is pure shit, okay? Because I was a big comic book fan. I was like, yeah, this guy sucks.
You see him throw a rope of a web instead of, shoot it out of his wrist?
Yeah. So now, I remember, and this will sound so stupid, but the first Spider-Man Tobey Maguire movie, I choked up a little bit when he started crawling up the damn wall because it was so realistic. The comic book was finally coming to life in front of my eyes that I'd read as a kid. Now, most people now don't really relate as much to that because, comic book reading, again, it's like anything else. It's down. It's a physical book. It's an old medium, so it's all going digital. Like you said, Rich, it's all about figuring out way to leverage it. People will waste their time resisting it and be left behind. Innovation always wins. But you're right. You are right, and you're also owed a tortilla slap. That's right. I said it. I said that shit. We'll be back.
Just the other day, a friend of mine said, man, I just want to find happiness sometime before I'm dead. I've been trying to find it, been searching and seeking, like I'm in the middle of the ocean on a boat that never stops sinking. Hold on, man, there's something you need to hear. Sure as I'm talking to you and holding this cold beer, shaking a little. He spoke, no one ever said. Nothing like that to me. There's no kind of GPS that ever leads to happy. You can only know joy if you've known pain. You only find happy when you can sing in the rain. You see, man, something you needed to hear. Sure as I'm talking to you and holding this cold beer. Happiness ain't a place you can find on a map. You just find it in the moments, and those are the facts. I watched him walk away, proud of what I had done. Maybe he'll be a better man. Maybe I can do that for my son. I only know because of how many times I cried. Because I spent a life looking before I found it inside. As a man, it was something I needed to hear. Sure as I'm talking to you and holding this cold beer. Happiness ain't a place you can find on a map. You just find it in the moments, and those are the facts. Happiness ain't a place you can find on a map. You just find it in the moments, and those are the facts. And those are the facts. It ain't on it ain't on it ain't on a map.
Hey, I'm giving today so far a 3-star review of weather.
Oh, yeah?
Well, yesterday was about a 2-star,
Freaking, yeah.
1.5 2-star day. So waking up this morning and it not being sub-zero,
Yeah.
feeling like sub-zero anyway, was nice.
They said it was supposed to be like up to 70 today. Or
Yeah, I wasn't ready for the cold yet. I'm not ready for winter yet.
I posted on Facebook yesterday. I was like, 40 degrees ago, y'all were living your best life.
Right, that's right.
And now you want to settle down when it's
No,
20.
it wants to go inside, man. That's for sure. Little doggy said, really sucks. I can't even remember the actor who played Spider-Man. Well,
There was a few different ones.
yeah, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and now currently Tom Holland
Okay.
is Spider-Man, at least for one or two more.
Tobey Maguire is the only.
That's how Tyler feels.
Spider-Man.
He feels like that's the
I just
Spider-Man.
I mean, before he was when he was Peter Parker, he was supposed to be a dorky kid.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Tobey Maguire just fit that role so well.
Yeah. No, he did. And a lot of people, he's very beloved as Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was, even though he was the oldest one to play him, he was like 30. He was still pretty great. Bundy, I wouldn't say that, buddy. You guys catch me if you can with that tortilla, he said. Yeah. No, we're going to catch you, Bundy. It's coming. It's coming for you, I assure you.
He is on the dais, right?
He is on the dais.
Yeah.
He's going to show up at the loony bin. We are going to be in the same physical space together unless you bok out, But he said, dude, Toby is the OG. Yeah, again, that's the one from back in the 80s, man. No. You're talking about, what was his name? Oh, my God. Parker something. Man, it's in the says Parker something was the guy's name. And it was an absolute debacle of a Spider-Man, to be honest. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Man, I can't remember. Parker Stevenson. That was his name.
Oh, okay.
Parker Stevenson. And he was like a Disney-type guy. He'd come up, and now he was terrible. Look, I mean, they did the best they could with it. Everyone should send him a tortilla after their set. Yeah, or should hand him a tortilla. That'd be great. Maybe everybody, as they walk back to their chair, just catch him.
Just catch him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
catch him with that. No, maybe we could just have Turkey sitting there with a paintball gun, taser, whatever. That'll change things up a little bit, won't it?
I was thinking about, maybe like taking a tortilla and just having it, under the little podium there or something. If there's a little
almost
shelf.
like having your chair under the ring.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That way, then just when I'm like, now welcome to the stage, Bundy, and yeah.
Yeah, when Bundy, pack.
Right, just as he gets up there, go to handshake him.
Yeah. With a tortilla. That'd be great. Yeah. I want Bunny to go, leave my wife at the mouth. That'd be great. That's awesome. That'd be actually pretty damn funny.
Man, I'm looking forward to it. How's your are y'all done with your roast for the night? Are y'all set for the night?
What do you mean?
For the roast that we're having on December 14th.
Who set?
Do you have all your jokes done, your speeches?
No. No, I'm working on it, but that'll be a work in progress until the night before.
Yeah.
The night before, I'd like to say I won't do anything the night before, probably will.
Yeah.
And I'll have my phone so I can take notes as we go. Matter of fact, I may have pen and paper because I may want to make notes as we go about things that are being said, like, okay, let me touch on that when I get back up there, when I get up there.
Right.
So I am working on it. It's a lot of fun. It's so much fun to do. So if you don't know, if you're out of the loop somehow, maybe you just showed up here for the first time, who knows? But December 14th, will be the roast at the Looney Bin. It's going to be a great night. We, as you pointed out, have a phenomenal dais of people. Many of the beloved PATPers will be on that stage roasting me. My so-called friends will be there. Those like, little doggy, Mike Woodall.
Yep.
Andy Jones, a.k.a. Tactical Turkey. He'll be up there. Bundy is going to be up there.
Ontario.
Yes, Umbridge will be up there. Matt Orton, our Bigfoot hunter, is going to be up there. Then we're going to have our resident rock star, Luke Shoemaker.
Yes, sir.
He's going to be there. Gunner, the always behind-the-scenes Gunner, coming out from behind the scenes, which is fantastic.
That we never see anymore, man.
Well, he's a busy man.
I know he
is a busy man.
You can at least say what's up once in a while.
Yeah.
Geez.
I know, right? Dads After Dark, they'll be there. And then you got comedians J.P. Ford, comedian Julio Gonzalez, who toured with me for a few years early on, and also comedian Eugene Belcourt.
Yep.
So, it's just an amazing lineup. Plus Vantage Ruins, which is Luke's band, will have their debut Arkansas performance, as well as John Bailey will be a roaster and perform too. So we've got, just an amazing group of people that are going to be there. It's $20. That's all it is. And I do highly encourage you to get your tickets in advance so that we don't run out, because this is one of those events that will sell out. I feel confident that if you just show up that night hoping to get in, maybe you will, maybe you won't. I'm just going to be honest. Maybe you will, maybe you won't.
Highly doubt that's you.
I don't know.
Highly doubt.
I'm not going to say,
I just had somebody hit me up for the link yesterday. And they were like, hey, we've got, they've got 4 coming. And they were like, my 2 other friends, I was talking to them. They want to come. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm seeing a lot of that out there.
Right.
I'm having a lot of people message about, I'm bringing, 8 of us, or there's, I'm bringing the crew from here with us, or whatever. And so I think that's super exciting. It should be, what a great night to get all these fans and friends and family together.
Absolutely.
And just have a great time. Now, don't forget that about 10 days from now, we will be in Fayetteville.
Yes, sir.
At the RCAST Awards, in hopes of perhaps, walking across the stage, being able to get some hardware for the show. We were nominated for 8 categories from RCAST for our podcast. And so don't know yet, but we'll find out on November 22nd. We'll probably We won't live stream that, but we'll certainly do some behind the scenes and some little videos and show you, what's going on, who all's there, what it looks like, so you can kind of get a feel for the event. Because I don't expect everybody to drive to Fayetteville. It's probably not realistic. It's a long drive.
It's a
long drive. But we're excited to drive up there, and if we win, it'll be great. If we don't, it'll be fine.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a good time.
I think it'll be cool just to.
We're gonna have a good time. Meeting other people. Talking to folks. You never know who you're going to run into that, might be a game changer of some kind. You never know what's going to happen.
There you go.
So it's cool to get up there and do that. So I'm excited about that. Don't forget Fitz Auto. Look, let me just say this. We have my family has bought 7 vehicles. Okay. Not one of them has been a lemon. I'm going to tell you that right now. They do have great vehicles. They have late models, they have low miles, and they take good care of you. If you've had credit problems, they work with you. Okay, they're down to work with you on that. They're their own bank, so they make the decision. They don't have to call the lender. They don't have to, send it off through a fax to someone or, submit it online to somebody. They are the bank. They do make the decisions. And here's one of the best things I can say about them to tell you. If you've ever been around a car dealership for any period of time in your life, even just visiting one, you know that the staff turns over nonstop. The managers change, the salespeople change. You buy a car there, and 3 months later you go back, half the people you saw weren't there anymore.
Yeah.
At Fitz Auto, they're all the same people that have been there the entire time I've been here. The same people, the same 3 salespeople, the same sales manager, the same Fitz family. Now, why is that? How can that possibly be? Because they have a good product and they've stayed there forever because they're taking care of people and they like what they do in the company they work for. Unlike other cutthroat car dealerships where at some point, if you have a conscience, you probably leave.
Yeah.
You're like, I just can't keep raking people over the coals like this, man. With late model, low miles, you get the best deal. So go to fitzauto.com, check them out online, or go in person. It's 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock. What else is going on, man? What do you got over there?
Man, I'm just looking up, and I have one good story that I was able to find. I don't know if you want to talk about it right now yet, or you want to save it till this shit ain't funny.
Oh well, yeah, we probably should save that one.
All right,
let's
save
that one for that.
Well, I know the other thing that we've been doing, as it's been announced that we're doing this roast of you is also because you're retiring from radio, from broadcasting.
From broadcasting,
right,
yes.
From broadcasting.
Yeah, I'm not going to the home. I'm not checking in. It's not time to watch Andy Griffith all day or anything.
I thought you did that already, man.
No, I don't.
You were just telling me about an old Matlock episode that you watched.
That's
last
my
night.
favorite one,
of
all time. Yeah, I watch it. At least
how Andy Griffith got into the courtroom and really just grilled him. Yeah. You were.
Yeah. Opie was a guest star on that one. He prosecuted Opie.
Y'all can join in whenever if you want, but I know one thing that we've been doing as it's been coming closer, just kind of asking you questions about, your career and radio and comedy and everything like that. And I had thought of a couple that I wanted to ask you and see if there might be, a little bit of a story there or anything to talk about.
Okay, I'm down.
All right, let's see here. I just, when they come to me, I add these to a list on here, and I just kind of go through and
that's cool.
So, right. Let's see here. So, has there ever been a segment or maybe a bit or something that you did that either crossed your own line or just like you didn't want to do it?
No, there hasn't. There have been some bits that were proposed, but it wasn't because it crossed the line. It was because they were cheesy as hell. And I'm like, I'm not doing that cheesy shit, man. Don't give me that. I'm not going to read that.
Yeah.
But I will say that I have crossed my own boundaries a couple times earlier on when I was doing stand-up comedy. When you've been doing it for a little while, you start to think about, well, how, what else can I do?
Right.
Where can I push the envelope for me? Because, my career, honestly, was made on walking the line.
Okay.
On being able to say just enough to not get in trouble.
Right.
That's where I lived my life. So doing the rant, right? Because the rant could only be so much of off color, or it would be a problem, right? So I had to learn to really straddle the line there. But when you go to stand up, you realize that the whole world opens up. You don't have to straddle the line. You can say whatever you want to say, right? And so there were a couple of times where I tried to do things to see how I felt about it, and it immediately were like politics.
Yeah.
I wrote one set that had politics in it. I did it for 3 or 4 shows, and I immediately was like, I hate this. I don't want to do this. I'm never going to do this.
Yeah.
Because I could tell right away that the audience, it divides the audience right off the bat. And if you're going to do that kind of, any kind of comedy you're going to do, okay, really, you need to be able to stand on it. And I mean hard. You need to be able to say, yeah, I own this shit.
Right.
Okay? And I couldn't own it like that. That wasn't in me to own it like that. The other thing that was not in me was being explicit.
Okay.
All right. So I might talk to some extent or use euphemisms or things like that, but there are certain things that make me cringe, and some comedians get away with it. Ralphie May was a great example.
Yeah.
Ralphie May was one of the foulest, most explicit, dirty-ass comedians you'll ever see in your life. But he owned it. He owned it.
Right.
He was comfortable in it. It didn't matter. He knew that he was going to offend some people. He knew he was going to say some things that pissed people off. But he also knew that he controlled the stage, and he could own it and be comfortable with it, so it didn't matter. It was authentic to him.
Right.
It's not authentic to me.
I got you.
And I've tried, and and if you can't stand on it and deliver it hard, then you're not going to succeed at it. And that was my problem, is I was too tepid. I don't like to use the P word to describe a woman's anatomy, for example.
Right.
And you might hear me say it about a dude, and you really don't hear that very often. But it's not a word I'm comfortable with.
Right.
Some people are super comfortable with that.
Right.
They're super comfortable with talking about things very explicit like that. I am not, Mike said, I feel so sorry for those of you who missed Patrick's upcomings. It was so glorious to see him do Arkansas's funniest person and form his stage presence. Thanks, man. It was a lot of fun doing that.
And that kind of led me into my second question that I was going to ask, which was the style in the comedy that you do. Like, was it something, has it always been, is that what you started with and you just developed that? Or was it something that came later on? And also, like, what did you study to develop your style of comedy? Was it books? Was it other stand-up comedians?
That's also a really good question. Who I am in my comedy style has been consistent throughout my life since I was a kid, really.
Yeah.
Developing it to be the best it could be was career long, and I've still probably could do much better even. But I think what informed me, first of all, my mom was a stay-at-home mom. I had a real luxury as a kid. I didn't even go to kindergarten. But I did know how to read when I showed up in first grade, better than most kids, because my mom taught me, right?
Right.
But my mom was a huge fan of comedy, particularly she liked slapstick comedy TV shows.
Okay.
So I Love Lucy.
Gotcha.
The Carol Burnett Show.
Right.
Things of that nature. And so early on, laughing was kind of part of my thing. So I've always sought out comedy of every variety.
Yeah.
So as far as stand-up goes, when I crafted the character, the Angry Patrick character as it's known now, it was first The Real Critic. And that was kind of a combination of things, but I was truly inspired, in a manner of speaking, by Jim Rome, who's a sportscaster, and he's known to rant. Okay. And I was listening. I was an avid Jim Rome listener. Really liked him because he has some comedic things he uses and employs that I thought were very funny. Listening to him in radio.
Yeah.
And some of the things that he employed that other people hate probably, but I like, which is, he would quadruple down on things, and he would just beat this joke into the ground.
I got you.
And he would
milk it for all it's
everything,
worth. Just
man, over milk it,
right?
But it was funny to me, and so, but he was known for just going off on one. And I was listening to him one day rant and thinking about how funny he was to me.
Right.
And I was like, I could do a similar thing about movies. I could kind of adopt a similar take about movies. And so that's how, yes, I am a clone too, Brad. That's how I kind of conceived of the Real Critic. I was like, well, I could rant.
Okay.
That's how I'm that style of comedy. That's cool to me. It's funny to me.
Right.
I think it's funny when people get mad.
Absolutely.
I think most people find it pretty funny.
Dude, I love Lewis Black simply because of how mad he gets telling a joke.
Lewis Black is maybe one of the greatest political comics of all time.
Yes, absolutely.
Because he never sold it one way or the other. He just called the balls and strikes, or at least that's how he appeared to be, right?
Right.
And I really liked him a lot.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I guess he just decided, I got money, I'm good.
I guess so. That is,
Because
what happened? He just
kind
kind of fell off into the sunset.
Because he got huge. He was very, very huge. But yes, call me Chris one more time, Jim. Yeah. Talking about Everett. Yeah, no, that's great. But so that informed me a lot of kind of what I wanted to be.
Yeah.
Was that, and then it went beyond that. Because Jim, even though his rants are great, it became a very different animal for me.
Yeah.
And so it started quite simply with a lot of celebrity stuff, but then when it expanded is when it became more akin to what it is today, or has been for the past, 15 years or whatever, which is it could be about anything, and I really can ramp up, and I use a lot of euphemisms and slang words and things that are a little different.
Right.
As far as from my mom after that, then it was just I listened to a lot of comedy albums, like Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Pre-rape, I think.
I
think so.
You're not gonna.
Yeah. And even as bad as that guy may be, look, no one can deny his comedic talent. He was one of the greatest storytellers of all time.
Right.
Probably still is. Just because he's a raper doesn't mean he's not a great storyteller.
I mean, look, that's what I was going to say a minute ago is like, I've seen one of his old stand-ups where he's talking about like going to the dentist or something, dude, and it's flipping. Dude, that is
it's a classic.
It's hilarious.
And he had this way about him of telling these stories.
Yes.
So I listened to him, a lot of different, Fred Sanford, so Red Fox.
Yep.
There were a lot of comedians that I began to listen to. And then what pushed me to the stratosphere was Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy's Delirious still, for me personally, stands at the top of the pyramid because it was so influential to me.
Yeah.
It was so powerful watching this person just be completely out of control, say crazy shit, and he goes further than I would. But to own the audience the way he did and talk about things the way he did, he was so real.
Yeah.
In that moment, Now we look back at the things he said there, and you're like, it wouldn't work so good today. yeah, it wouldn't work today. But in that moment, for the time frame we were in, it was super real. But it was damn funny.
Yeah.
And that really pushed me a lot. A lot of people would ask me, have asked me over the years, so were you a big Sam Kinison fan? And I explained this once before. I was not. I do like him now.
Yeah.
And I've watched a lot of his stuff now, and it is great. I don't know why I wasn't necessarily a fan. I wasn't not a fan. Maybe I just wasn't really aware that much that I saw him in a couple things.
Right.
I thought he was
Dude,
okay.
It just wasn't your bag of
at the time. But later, I did become am a huge Chris Rock fan.
Okay.
Chris Rock's comedy to me is next level too.
Yeah.
At least it has been for most of his career, And so
He's had a couple of good ones.
Yeah, he definitely has had some good ones, man. And but what I found out was Chris Rock was a Sam Kinison fan.
Oh, okay.
I had no idea. No fucking idea. Who would have ever thought that Chris Rock would have been inspired by Sam Kinison?
Right.
I wouldn't have.
Right.
I
mean, yeah.
But once he said it, I was like, it makes perfect sense now. And now it makes sense that I'm somehow indirectly influenced by Sam Kinison.
Yeah.
So I was, I guess, in a roundabout way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Through the grapevine, but yeah.
Eddie Murphy and George Carlin and who were we just talking about?
Sam Kinison, George Carlin, Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, George Carlin. Those are the three most influential comedians to me.
Okay.
For me.
Okay, I could see that.
They're the ones I'm most passionate about having watched and have enjoyed through the years. There are a lot of great comics.
Right.
There are many of them that I love immensely.
Yeah.
It's just those three were highly influential for me.
Yeah, you watched
Their sets in my prime. I mean, now when I started doing stand up, it was a weird thing. I quit watching stand up for almost a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Occasionally I would watch a really meaningful set that came out from somebody, but I quit watching it.
Yeah.
I quit watching it because I was scared to death that I would repeat somebody else's bit.
Oh, okay.
I was scared to death.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have the control over. I didn't have the developed comedy sets that I would now.
Right.
You know, and so I was scared that in a moment of I need something to talk about, I might reach in my head and try to pull something out. It might be something somebody else did.
Right.
And that was mortifying to me. That was horrible to me to think of, to even conceive of that.
Right.
You know, because you want to be original as you can be. I mean, nothing's truly original, right?
Right.
But you want to be as unique and original with your voice as you're able to be.
Right.
You know? And I think mainly I'm just an amalgamation of everything I've ever seen and heard. You know? Just spits out in a funny way.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just spits out in a funny way.
Yeah.
But that's a really good question because so many different things inform and influence comedy throughout the years and change your style, you know, because people wouldn't know it because they don't think about it. But if I went back and looked at my earliest rants versus now, like the earlier rants they're not very loud. I'm not over the top. A lot of times I'm more snarky than I am yelling or, you know, getting crazy.
Right.
There were a lot of jokes at that time that no longer would I do. You know, I mean, things just change. It's not that fat jokes aren't funny.
Right.
They are funny. But they had a place and time.
Yeah.
You know, fat jokes belong in that place and time. You know, and I'll leave them there. Look, when Caitlyn Jenner was first going through all the from Bruce to Caitlyn thing, there was a lot of material there that I used.
Pause.
You know, pause. But times have changed now, right? And now that's not.
Yeah, now you'd be canceled for something like that.
Not only that, but you know, but again, we were all trying to deal with and grasp with and understand even the concept.
Right.
It wasn't anything mainstream that was going on at that time.
Right.
Just a short few years ago, trans was something people would hear and it'd be like, yeah, what? Really? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know, and everybody was shocked that Bruce became Caitlyn.
Yeah.
And it was so shocking to the conscience. Because here you have an Olympic superstar, an athlete of the highest caliber. He fucking won the decathlon.
Right.
You know how hard it is? It's 10 things, not one thing. That's 10. Decathlon, deca, 10. He was one of the greatest athletes in the world.
Yeah. To just go.
But now she was one of the greatest athletes in the world, you know? Right. But then we were trying to all figure it out. So the jokes were abounding.
Right.
And they worked then. They wouldn't work now.
This is true.
You know, you have to be more clever now if you're going to do it. What does it say?
Why have 4 bellies if I can't play with 2 of them while we cuddle?
Well, I don't know what that means, but the question's intriguing. I think we'll leave everybody with that momentarily, and we'll be back.
too. Just because your neighbor's a clown, the business don't belong to you. Just because we can't all be friends, don't mean we gotta be enemies. It doesn't mean you have to pretend that you even agree with me. And while you may think it's a trend, just remember, don't tread on me. You can light it on fire. Go ahead and burn it to the ground. We'll build it even higher. You're never taking us down.
Dead air. That's what we got. Just some dead air. That's
Just
all.
dead air.
You were all right, though. Is it country music day? Some days, Brad. Some days it is. It just depends on what button I push as I walk away, to be honest with you. Sometimes I don't even know. I'm like, let me play something that I hadn't played in the past couple of days, try to circle it around some. Brad said we need a Tool-inspired song. We probably do. We probably need some 20-minute song.
Yeah.
We could just put on. So you could just sit there and go, are they coming back?
Are they
coming back?
Yeah.
What, we're talking about how earlier, how AI is changing things, but we were kind of reflecting, and maybe that's something interesting to do is, so, a lot of people may be apprehensive pertaining to what the changes AI may bring, right?
Right.
Maybe you worry it'll take your job, or you worry about these different things that it's going to change in your life. But what are some things that are very different now than when you were a kid?
Cell phones, the internet, TV.
Yeah, well, the internet for sure, because
I mean, I really came up in two different generations, man.
as did I guess.
Yeah.
I think,
Because I grew up as a kid with the, with the TV. Where we were the TV remote.
That
You
is
had the
correct.
little
You
two
did
channel
not have a
sets,
remote.
and
Yeah. That was it.
all the way to
Now,
smart
we're
TVs that are
streaming.
now. Yeah.
Sure. I think too that, for example, the way we perceive things has changed a lot too.
Right.
For example, in the 70s, 80s, patriotism was at a high, 80s particularly.
Yeah.
People were super patriotic. Everything was patriotic. It was all America. You know what I
Right.
mean? It was over the top patriotic.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that has shifted a lot.
Has it?
I think so. Yeah. I
I
think
kind of think it's coming back, man.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Okay.
Everything cycles historically.
Right.
I mean, if you look at it. But I'm just saying, but from a technical standpoint, when I was a kid, we had phones with cords on them.
Right.
We could
right.
only walk so far. Now you can take it with you anywhere, get a call anywhere.
I still remember telling people, hey, just call me back after 7 when my minutes are free.
Right.
Yeah.
Or call me and I'll call you right back.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Just call and I'll call back.
Yeah.
Or you call collect and go, call me. Call, because you'd record at the beep, say your name. Call me, hurry.
Right.
Come get me, Mom.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
things like that. And then she'd just hang up and come get you from wherever it was, the dance or
Yep.
whatever it was.
The movies, yeah. Yep.
That's another big difference is how we consume media now.
Yeah.
I mean, you talked about the internet, and I'm not saying kids don't have to memorize things. They still do. But honestly, you don't need so much memory when you have Google.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I mean, honestly, there's a wealth of information at any moment. And I think in some ways that's good. In some ways it's not.
Yeah.
You know, because we've become so reliant on it, we don't retain material much anymore. We look it up when we need it.
Right.
You know, but you don't necessarily keep it.
Yeah, you can't just sit there and go, oh, yeah.
Right. The way that we, use media, because you used to watch a great movie, you had to go to the theater for the experience.
Yep.
You know, now people
you had
still
to go to the theater to see it.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Because
Yeah.
it wouldn't come out on VHS till a year later.
At least.
At
least, maybe 2 to 3 years.
Sometimes.
Right. Now it's sometimes they come out at the theater and streaming simultaneously. And we have theaters in our home, even if we don't call them that. What?
A little doggy posted. He said, "It's Bob. We had a baby. It's a boy." And those old commercials popped into my head.
Yeah.
I just I could remember them image for image and picking up,
Yeah, I mean,
we used to do that shit.
It's funny when you go back to watch an old movie that you loved, and you start watching it, and you're like, "Oh shit!"
Right?
Is that a cord phone? Oh my god! Are they doing that? Oh my god! Did he say fax somebody?
You know what I love the most, honestly, is going back to watch the old like Aladdin or The Lion King or whatever, the old kid movies that I grew up with.
Animation.
That I'm like, one, the old animation, yes, but two, like the underlying kind of hidden messages and stuff they put in as a kid.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh my God, my parents let me watch this?
Yeah, right. The dual layer.
Yeah,
of things.
It's crazy.
No, it is. Hold on.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, if you need, I got charge over here, man. You can just grab that.
Oh, okay.
Go for it.
That'll work.
We'll swap off.
But yeah, so a lot of things, the way. Hold on. One of the biggest changes I think in my lifetime is how you get a job.
Oh,
because I was really good at getting jobs in the old way.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because you put together a great resume.
Right.
You go in person for this. First of all, you had to put together a good resume to get attention.
Right.
Because everybody had the same basic resume, right? And so to get attention, you had to really put together a good one.
Yeah.
And then you had to go in and just kill this interview.
Yep.
And you had to go in person.
Yep.
Maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
To get the job.
Yep.
Now, a lot of times it's online.
And you'd want to call back after.
Yeah.
And thank them for the opportunity.
Yeah.
And dude, I used to have the science down.
Yeah, absolutely we did. And then it all changed.
Yep.
And one of the dumbest things to me that I hate, like the worst of the worst to me, it just I don't know why I get so annoyed at it, but I do, which is that. You sure that's plugged in?
Well, it was on my side. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, now it is. Is why do I have to upload my resume and then manually
Yes.
type it too? It's like if I upload the resume, isn't that enough?
Right.
Do I have to repeat and type that shit again?
Yeah.
And that's like, we're so technologically advanced. Why do I have to do that?
It can't just do it for me.
Yeah, it's the resume. You don't need me to type it. Here's my name,
Right.
my social security number, whatever, and the resume. That's what you need. Soon enough, maybe you won't even have a resume. Maybe it'll just be a publicly available file, and you'll just send a video.
Right.
Or you'll interview. I did do a video interview actually for a job. I don't remember what it was, but it asked me questions, and it was video form, and I had to answer it live on a video.
Wow.
And then the next step was actually a human.
Yeah.
But I had to get past the AI interview first.
Wow.
And so it was wild. It's changed a lot. Most of the time you get a job from a referral back in the day. Somebody you knew worked there.
Yep.
And could get you in, or somebody you knew somebody who worked there and could get you in. And you would leverage those relationships, and people still do
that was the way I grew up, man, was especially in Michigan, 45 minutes from Detroit. If you weren't an engineer, an architect, or a doctor, you're just an average Joe looking for a job, where are you going to go? You're going to go to one of the big 3, work your 30 years, retire, and have your life.
Yeah.
And that just doesn't exist anymore, man.
Another thing that I think is really different, I was always fascinated as a kid by the world in general, because it was mysterious to me. Okay.
Well, you didn't have access to everybody 24/7.
That's right.
You had to actually drive to, fly or whatever.
The only way I knew about the world was through an encyclopedia most of the time.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to learn anything about another country or something, it was an encyclopedia.
Right.
I couldn't just go online and pull it up and start looking at British people in Britain talking about.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wasn't there for us.
Right.
So we just.
And you certainly didn't ever catch any good world news on,
Not really, not for a long time.
You didn't hear, on the TV when you were watching the 5 a.m. It's a beautiful day in British Columbia.
No, you didn't. So we've had a lot more exposure to a lot more cultures and a lot more things in the world. Our perceptions changed a lot. I mean, just since 9/11, perceptions have changed so much. I mean, think about the country right after 9/11.
Oh, yeah.
The country right after 9/11 was so angry and anti-Muslim.
Yeah.
To be honest. I mean, we were because we felt like it was a holy war against us.
Right.
In that moment.
Right.
Now, come to find, and to some extent true, but come to find out, maybe there were other factors involved too.
Yeah.
But it changed, over time. That's changed.
Yeah.
Because we began to realize, oh, wait a minute, this doesn't hold true for most of them. Most Muslims are just like me and you.
Right.
They're not trying to kill somebody today. They don't want you to die. That's not what they are about. But the particular crazy ones were.
Right.
But we thought, hey, if you got a long beard, and you speak with a different accent, you might be trying to blow me up.
Right.
Right? Now we call that Duck Dynasty. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody was clean
everybody
cut.
has a beard. Yeah.
Everybody's got, I'm the outsider. I don't have some long ass beard now. All my friends, I think, have long ass beards.
I mean, it's not that long.
Well, yours isn't.
Yeah.
No, you
can't
keep
do the
yours
long
pretty.
Beard,
yeah. Now the scraggles.
I can't do it, dude. I tried once.
The Ozark
to
beard.
grow it out, and I just no.
It feels weird.
It
to
does.
me.
It felt weird. It looked weird.
Yeah, the only guys that had that kind of beard when I was a kid were ZZ Top.
Yeah.
That's it. Nobody else had that.
Yep.
It's like, that's weird. But they rocked it fine. But now everybody loves it.
Ontario's on Facebook. He said he remembers his first cell phone was a brick with a huge antenna.
That's exactly right. Looked like you were calling in an airstrike.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Looked like you were in the Mekong Delta going, we need artillery here. We need air support here.
My mom still has our old family bag car phone thing.
Really?
Yeah.
You ought to
with
take
the
a video
antenna
of that.
you take out and put through your window up on your roof. Yes.
You should take a video of that.
All right.
You sent me a picture of that thing. You found it. The military.
Oh yeah, I know exactly where it is. Yeah.
The military thing.
Yeah, the military. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I posted it on Facebook just like you said, and took some pictures. I was looking through it yesterday, and
that's kind of cool.
It was,
what
man.
Did you see in it that was interesting?
It's all about electronics.
Yeah.
So whatever it was about like setting up, CB radios and how to hook up the antennas, how to how to answer and reject calls from airplanes or something. So I guess, I don't know. It's a field manual, man, but it was covering over the electronics. So I'm guessing
communications.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the field I was in. I noticed when you posted it, I was like, that looks like a book I would have, except a newer version.
Yeah.
That was the MOS I had was communications, although that was Air Force, right?
Well, that's what my grandpa was in the Air Force. So
Air Force is the smart way to go if you want to live.
Yeah.
Yeah, because look, they unless your plane goes down, you're not going to find yourself on the front lines in a battle.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Air support. Most Air Force people are either on a ship in a sub, but they're not on the land fighting hand to hand or something.
Right.
So it's widely known to be where the smart people go because they don't want to die. You know, they had better parents who said, maybe you should try the Air Force instead of the Army. Have you considered that?
Yeah.
My parents were like, just anything to give him discipline. If I can get out, get out.
And this way, then, if you die, you're in an airplane, so it'll be, quick and painless rather than
For the
getting
most
shot
part,
and bleeding out on a field.
That's probably fair. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's probably fair.
Right.
Yeah, unless your ship goes down and the sharks get you. But that's another story. That's you forget that one. Yeah, no, I mean it's amazing though, just looking at that tech and how far things have come. I mean,
yeah, it was talking about like generators and everything, and it was. I'm just, what are you?
I swear to God, the technology we were using for Signal Corps to do commands, probably the whole van that I had less power than my smartphone.
Yeah,
I bet it did. Honestly, I mean, it probably had less good tech stuff in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the game of communications has changed so much. From the days of the party line or, sharing a phone, the whole house, you got people picking it up, listening to you, talking, doing or lines bleeding over.
I should have taken a picture of it. It's completely separate from it. But inside of that book that I took a picture of was a old, I guess it's from when my dad he was like 8 years old at the time. So, boy, he was born in 1943, 47 anyways. Yeah. But a prescription card from his doctor for some medicine for a cold or something.
Oh, wow.
It was just interesting to see. It was like mix 2 cups of sugar with syrup and
Oh wow! So you had to give you the raw. You had to go mix it up and compound it yourself.
That's
great.
It was crazy.
See how much we become. Things have changed. You used to compound your own medications. Now you got to go to
it was like go to the pharmacy and get these supplies and
mix
then
it up, and this will take care of it.
Yep. Yeah.
Now it's like we don't trust you to mix shit. No, you'll mess it up. And probably it's better that they don't trust us to do it. We'll mess it up. They're right. Yeah. That's another thing that's really fascinating, too, is how medicine, that's probably one of the most significant changes we've had.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
Diabetes used to be so difficult to manage for everybody, and it's still challenging.
Yeah.
But, I mean, now the shot, you have these much better shots that don't hurt as much, these ways to check your blood that don't hurt as much.
Right.
A lot of people give themselves shots
scan
now.
With your phone.
Pacemakers are much better. I mean, everything has gotten significantly smaller and better.
Right.
So as much as people want to be mad, if you look back at medicine in the 70s and 80s, it wasn't as good. I swear to God that there's a huge difference in doctors then and now.
I feel like we were living longer back then.
But we weren't. You weren't living long.
No.
You just had less to do.
Okay.
It seemed like longer. You ever been bored?
Yes.
And does it seem longer?
Yes.
You spent a lot of your time bored back then.
Yeah.
You had not shit to do. Now you got nonstop shit to do.
Yep.
So it seems like you're living less time, but it's just because you never stop anymore.
It's the number one thing that aggravates me when my kiddo's like, I'm bored. How?
Look, man.
You realize when I was at your age and I said I'm bored, your answer was dirt and sticks.
Where are you telling people you're retiring? I said I'm retiring from broadcasting. They know I'm not going to the farm or something. I'm not going to pasture. But people still. You think of the terms of the old retirement. Think about this, man. Just think about grandmas today, and if you're a grandma, you know exactly what I mean. And grandmas then.
Yeah.
There weren't no grills.
That's true.
There weren't no grills. All the grandmas looked about the same.
Yep.
The same short, gray, curly hair. The same stank-ass perfume that was way too strong.
Yep.
A peppermint in the purse. They were always nice. They always loved you. They cooked great.
Right.
They were the best cooks in the world.
Oh, for sure.
By far and away, the greatest cooks you've ever known in your life was probably your grandmother.
Right.
99% of the time, that's going to be the case. She probably was a seamstress because she had to be.
Yep.
All of that. And now look at the difference, right? And we've changed a lot. Now grandma don't even want to be called. Don't call me grandma.
Right.
Call me this. Don't call me grandma. You call me, May May. You call me May May.
A lot of
that
times.
Doesn't even sound like grandma.
Well, it's because a lot of times.
They're young. They look young now.
Right.
So. Yeah,
well, and a lot of grandparents are raising their kids.
That's true. But we used to, if you think about it, people would, as you said, they'd get a job at the factory.
Right.
They'd put in their years. They'd get a watch and a pat on the back and a pension.
Yep.
And they'd go home and they'd sit in a chair for the next 25 years watching TV.
That is true.
They'd go out.
That is exactly
the yard.
Yep.
Mow, trim the bushes again, and then go in and watch wrestling and whatever else was on. And that was their day.
Yeah.
A lot of them got drunk because they were bored as fuck. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here and wait till I die? I'm tired of watching Andy Griffith. Fuck. That's what we did. Now, mugs work until the last second.
Yeah.
They're like, they clock out at death. Clock out, die. That's it. When you clock out, you're done. It's all over.
That was your final shift.
Yeah,
you didn't even know.
Very few people are retiring and just sitting in a chair at home.
It's true.
And if they do retire, they probably got money.
And they're traveling. Yeah.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're traveling.
Yep.
They're going all over, seeing things they've never seen, because that's what you want to do.
Right.
But yeah, not my grandparents.
Nope.
No, my grandfather had that recliner was special because he lived in that fucker. He was in the recliner or in the bed or in the yard doing work.
Yep.
That was the only three places you'd find my grandfather. That's it. And normally if he's in the chair, he was sleeping in it. Snoring throughout the whole house. Chuck! My grandmother, Chuck, you're snoring again. Whatever.
They go try and turn that TV channel while they're snoring.
No, they wake right up.
Yep.
No. You don't turn off wrestling. Ever. Ever.
I mean, that's the rule in my house anyways. But
Yeah, right. No, I can understand why it would be. Yeah, no, it's fascinating how much we have changed because we are living significantly longer. I mean, if you look at back in the Wild West, I mean, at 30, you were old.
Yeah.
That's why in that time that they were marrying 13, 14-year-old girls.
Because that was your
midlife.
Right.
At 15, you were halfway through life then. Think about that. But now, not so much.
Yeah.
Guys still want to date 15-year-olds. Why? But yeah, now halfway is about 40, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's really, truly about halfway right now.
I feel
now, that may change. I think it will change because they're getting medically closer and closer to curing a lot of different things, not to mention the genetic modifications they can make now.
Right.
Because they are already doing that kind of stuff where, they're making kids without disease, basically.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot of that stuff in China. So I don't know how long people might live. They might live to be, we might start averaging. I mean, look,
forever if you have a AI copy of yourself.
Fair enough. I know this much. When I was a kid, you almost never heard of people making it to 100.
Yeah.
Now, and when I started even in radio, we would talk about the oldest person in the world and they'd die and who the next oldest person was. There were people 101, 105. You'd hear 105, you'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Now you hear 120,
yeah,
118, and you're like, Jesus Christ, how? How?
How are you even, are you still operational
you're
even?
Gristle. Yeah. You're just a piece of gristle that's upright somehow. How did that even 118? I don't want to live that long.
You're still functioning?
What am I going to do at that age?
Yeah.
I don't need to live that long. I think 70 something, up in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's probably pretty great.
Yeah.
Because after that.
You want to be a turtle?
Well, look, here's what I know. I'm on the wrong side of all the health changes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to benefit from all the new stuff. I'll benefit from some of it. They might keep me a little bit longer. But I figure the 80s, early 90s is when I'm going to go.
Yeah.
That's my bucket.
Fair enough.
And I don't know that I want much more than that.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
I get that.
Yeah, I'm tired.
I get that.
Yeah,
I don't even want to do that long.
I'm ready for a dirt nap.
I'm
I'll
good
be
with
good. I'll be good.
76.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I've lived a great life. Many of them. Weird, crazy things in my life, and I'm happy about it.
Mark Wooten says we need to AI the show.
If we could, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? That would be great. All right, let's do this before we go, though. For real. You know what it is. Come on, Luke.
Listen up now, I'll tell you a story. Without a doubt, it's kind of gory. It's
Yep.
the worst news you could ever hear. Things just like this make you fear. Lying lunched on a dumb guy's knee or a big
I heard this just hit #1 in Tuvalu. It's a nice little Polynesian island.
Yeah, it did. It is a Polynesian hit. for sure for Luke. It's a big time thing. What do you got, man? I know you got something over there that you wanted to share.
Yeah, kind of a shitty situation, man.
Oh.
But, yeah, this is from, my home state, making me proud, Saginaw, Michigan.
Okay.
It says I love this part, an unhoused Saginaw man, homeless, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's one of the new rebrandings.
Oh, is that it? I was like, why?
We have to rebrand
What is it?
everything.
It sounds like a pet, an unhoused man,
Yeah,
unhoused.
and he's homeless.
Anyways. He's suing a contracting company alleging its employees moved a porta potty with him inside and soiled him with excrement in the process.
Oh,
man.
God. Oh, my God. That's why I quit the Scouts.
We'll have to talk about that story. He says it was intentional. They were doing it just to mess with him.
Oh, my God.
Apparently, he's suing. This guy's name is Kevin Colby, 59, filed his suit against Midland-based Fisher Contracting in Saginaw, seeking damages of $25,000. He alleges that he was riding his bicycle on the afternoon of, I guess this happened back in August. It's just now getting to court. But he was riding his bicycle on the afternoon of August 13th when he needed to use a bathroom. He stopped at a construction site that was apparently overseen by Fisher Contracting, parked his bicycle, and attached the trailer containing his possessions to a nearby porta potty. He said this didn't have any signs that it was private or anything. Upon entering it, he says the alleges Fisher employees began yelling at him. He then heard an engine start, followed by the sensation of the portable toilet being lifted off the ground. He says
that's a bad feeling there.
He said they.
I was just trying to take a shit, bro.
Yeah, he says the Fisher employees used a forklift to partially raise the porta potty and haphazardly rock it back and forth. The toilet began to tip backwards, but did not topple over as it got stuck in a tree.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
He got up from the toilet, opened the door to be greeted by the forklift operator, telling him, "Get the fuck out of our porta potty!"
Wow. What? Why?
I
This is because his poop is worse than yours somehow?
Apparently. Yeah.
What is the problem here, man?
He said he called 911 to file a complaint, but no criminal charges were filed against the employees. But yeah, basically he said they knew I was in there. They were fooling with him, rocking it back and forth. They laughed and heckled me when he left the porta potty and took him for a little ride, and he got covered in some stuff, man.
Yeah, it really is a shitty day.
It is a shitty day, man.
Yeah, you know. All right. Let's see. What have I got here? I got a few of them here. Okay. A woman was fatally struck by a train.
Ouch.
Yeah, in an apparent suicide at the Port Authority subway station during rush hour Monday. The woman, in her 60s, was hit by the southbound A train that pulled into the 42nd Street Port Authority bus terminal hub just before 7 a.m. She was found unconscious and unresponsive on the tracks and pronounced dead at the scene. As you can imagine, she was hit by a train. That's not the way. It's just not the way I want to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that it's fast, but it's like it's just the moment looking at the train coming.
Going.
It's like, no, I don't want to. No.
Yeah.
No, let me just go to sleep. Can I just do that?
Let me just sleep.
Let me just take a few pills here, and I'll just go to sleep. Never get up again. I don't want to. I don't want to take a train. No, that's not the way I want to be delivered to St. Pete. Let me wake up groggy.
You don't want to arrive in pieces?
I just don't want it. I just don't want it at all. I don't want the anxiety. It's like I lived with anxiety. Do I have to die with it too? Yeah. Can I die without anxiety?
Just at least for a split second.
No, there's none of that split second. That's like jumping off a building. Why? Do you know how long it is down? You have to think about that shit after you jump. I don't want to do that. Just let me go to sleep, man. Give me the fentanyl. I'll just be sober. It's night. You got any more over there? Or, no?
No, that was the one I got. Sorry,
fine.
man.
No, you're good. The deranged ex-boyfriend accused in the vicious ambush murder of his on-again, off-again girlfriend in a Harlem building was charged Tuesday after whining to cops she had been his entire life. Well, till you killed her. Luis Marquez, 41, knifed mom of four, Carmen Lopez, 47, at least 50 times Monday when he attacked her in her apartment. where he heartlessly left her to die alone in the hallway as her 2 kids slept inside. Marquez of the Bronx was apparently enraged with jealousy because the victim used him and didn't make him a priority, sources said. He described Lopez, whom he dated on and off for 5 years, as his entire life, though the two were no longer together at the time that he murked her. The building attendant happened to be cleaning the staircase when he stumbled upon Lopez covered in blood and called 911. Yeah, that's pretty personal 50 times, man.
Man, yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of stabbing right there.
That is crazy.
It's crazy that you can, I have to think somewhere about stab number 8 or 10. I probably am gone in my head somewhere. I'm disconnected.
You're just, you got to be.
Yeah, I'm just a pincushion at that point. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Well, I did find one more.
Oh, okay.
So it was apparently just a regular Sunday evening recently in North Charleston, South Carolina, where police got a report of someone driving recklessly in a church parking lot.
Okay.
All right? So they found, police show up, they found evidence of skid marks on the pavement and a number of beer cans scattered around. And behind the wheel was a gentleman wearing a tank top and no pants.
No pants.
No pants, yep.
That's a Saturday night in Saline County.
Yeah, they busted him, charged him with possession of cocaine, pointing and presenting a firearm, and malicious injury to real property.
Yeah, the terrible part of that was they had to deal with him with no pants.
With no pants, yeah, man.
Yeah, because think about that as a police officer. You pull the innocent got no pants. Like, oh, God.
Man, what are we going to do?
Where's your license? Please tell me it's not in your prison purse, right? Please. A 52-year-old Suffolk County man left behind a trail of eerie Facebook posts in the days before he was found murdered outside a ritzy Long Island yacht club. Well, what?
He was doing the whole step down there thing.
Hold on, I see what he's doing there. Come on in, man.
What's up, man?
Let me see what's in. What is that in your hand there, sir? I don't know what that is. This is. You like cigars?
Yes, that's my favorite one.
Right.
Yeah, this is what they call a Dutch Master.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Isn't that right? A Dutch Master.
Top of the line.
Dutch Master. It's just a Swisher Sweet. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, that's all it is. Just a cigar, man. You're not supposed to inhale it.
Oh well, I don't care about my lungs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're talking about people dying here, buddy. Thanks for
Thank
that.
you, sir,
That
man.
was pretty nice.
That was nice.
Little tune-up. Cigar, that is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man. Almost better than a Cuban, man.
Yeah, I know. I think it is a Cuban. You're right. Plenty of time to rest when I'm dead. So now it's a quick shower and gym time. That's Chris Millwater, whose body was found in the parking lot of the Stony Brook Yacht Club. I mean, if my body's going to be found somewhere, the yacht club is pretty nice.
Yeah.
As deaths go, a yacht club death is better than a 7-Eleven death.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm going to be stabbed to death or killed or murked,
be on a nice yacht.
Give me a nice view.
Right.
At least let me have a view before I go.
Right.
Take my last breath seeing the ocean or some nice boats,
Instead of the condom vending machine in the bathroom.
Yeah. Instead of the Rough Rider condom. The following day, he was online again, this time hinting at his troubled past, including the 3-sided recovery unity service symbol connected to recovery and sobriety. That's a lot of words there.
Right.
Nobody can throw my past in my face. I'll personally sit down and tell you my story beginning to end. What may be your gossip is your testimony. I've made peace with everything. Well, doesn't sound like maybe you did. Shortly before midnight, he posted, "The fog is temporary. The clarity that follows is welcomed." And then he was found dead. It said he was murdered. They have not announced any additional information about how he was killed, actually. So they're looking for, assumably, suspects and clues.
Right.
But killed at the yacht club. Again, better way to die.
Right.
Yeah, better way to die. If you're at the yacht club, probably something's gone right in your life.
Not in this instance, maybe, but
Well, not in this
at
case.
some point,
But
something.
at some point previously, it
I've
did
never
go
really
wrong.
heard anybody go, I feel like going and buying a yacht and then getting murdered today.
No, that's fairly true. I think that's a fair statement. But I still think that that life was better.
something somewhere went right for you at
sometimes
some
we
point.
make a trade.
Right.
Better life.
Hey, but you
worse
got
death.
murdered on it. Yeah.
Yeah, you get murked.
Right.
Shitty life, you live till you're 90.
Hey,
We'll suck by, be unhoused.
Right.
Yeah, all the different things that we can
Get
be.
messed with while you're just trying to go to the bathroom in the porta
Get
potty.
shook up in the porta potty. Yeah, we'll make it forever.
Right.
But
Or you can have a yacht, but you're gonna get murked.
but you got to get murked.
You got to get murked.
I'll take the murking.
Yeah.
Give me the yacht.
Yeah, why not?
Screw it.
Go for
I'm
it.
ready for it. All right, y'all. Listen, we'll see you tomorrow.
Later, everybody.
Late.